Hi, I'm your favorite rap artist, G Money, coming at you with a PSA.
G Money's PSAs, they got the info for tomorrow and today. G Money's PSAs, G Money's gonna help out and educate. Yeah!
Currently, what's going on in the United States? Well, if you live here or watch the news, you might know that COVID-19 is still posing as a threat in the United States. Also, if you've been paying attention to the news and to COVID-19 data, Houston, Texas, where I live, also is becoming one of the leading hotspots in the United States. Yay, Texas! You may be wondering, G Money, how do I stay safe during a global pandemic? Well, viewer, I have some tips for you brought to you by yours truly to help you stop the spread of the disease. Number 1, don't leave your house. Refrain from gathering in large groups of people or in groups of people at all. There are only a few reasons that you should ever leave your house during this pandemic. Number 1, if you are an essential worker, get to work and stay safe. Number 2, if you need to get some sort of essential thing for your life, such as food, then be my guest. Leave the house and support your families and yourselves. However, if you're going to leave the house, there are a few tips that I have for you. Number 1, wash your hands before you leave the house, and when you get back to your home, make sure you sanitize your hands with warm water and soap. However, if you can't do that and you need something quick on the go, use hand sanitizer. Number 2, if possible, try and get a pair of gloves. This also will go along with washing your hands, making sure that you're not touching anything. I happened to buy a box of gloves in August of 2019 when I was sick with a cold. These are simply just some little rubber gloves. You can buy them online, and I believe some retailers may sell them. However, while this is not something that has been pushed mainstream, it is something that if you want to, you can definitely try and do. Now, the third and final suggestion I, G Money, am going to give to you for how to stay safe during the COVID-19 pandemic if you must leave your house: a mask. This goes along with when I was sick and had to go set up my locker and did not want to get other people sick. So I bought a mask, which apparently came in handy a year later. Masks come in all different shapes and sizes, colors, and materials. The point is to just cover your face. When the pandemic first started blowing up in the United States, people were wondering if you should buy masks or if you should let the health officials try and buy their own so that civilians can stay indoors while the health officials must go out, therefore they need the masks more. However, if you are not able to buy a mask online or in your local stores, there are other options that you can use. Bandanas come in handy. If you can't use a mask, find a bandana and wrap it around your mouth. If you can't do that, use a t-shirt or some sort of cloth. The point is to just cover your face. When you wear your masks, make sure you wear them over your mouth and nose.
This is the correct way to wear a mask. This is an incorrect way to wear a mask. This is an incorrect way to wear a mask.
Wearing a mask will help prevent spreading the disease when you leave your house. Now, it's come to my attention that also on the news, some people don't like wearing masks. They don't agree. There's something about the Constitution doesn't say they have to wear a mask, and to that, I have a suggestion. Something you may not know about me, G Money, is that this past school year, I happened to take U.S. history at my school. With that course, I was gifted a pocket constitution. This is an official constitution. It has all of the rules, all of the laws, all of the clauses. It is a full copy of the Constitution fit for my pocket. When I was taking this U.S. history course, I was gifted with an activity in class that involved me having to read through the Constitution to find different areas where it stated different things. For those of you who are afraid that wearing a mask, when told to by government officials, is violating your constitutional right, I will tell you, I read the Constitution. There's nothing in the Constitution about not being able to wear a mask when told so. So don't worry, your rights are all right. You are free to wear a mask without violating any sort of your constitutional rights or anything of the sort. If you're still not convinced that wearing a mask while out is the right idea for you, I have a solution. While I have just disproven your rule about the Constitution saying you can't wear a mask outside, there's only one more reason why you don't want to wear a mask outside. And here I am, G Money is Don't worry, I'm coming to save you guys. Since I understand that it's a hard time, so doing every single morning ritual or whatever ritual of your day that you would normally do when not in a global pandemic might not be one of your top priorities. You might skip a few things, one of which may be hygiene. Problem is, when you skip the hygiene, sometimes you might skip the hygiene. So, here I am, G Money, teaching you how not to be afraid of your own nasty behind smelling breath. Because obviously, that's the only other reason you have for not wearing a mask. Back to that oral hygiene thing, since I know it's very difficult and you might have forgotten. Hence, you don't want to wear your mask and be trapped inside with your nasty breath. So, here we go. Simply pick up a toothbrush. They are very easy to find. They'll have little bristles on the top, and they will also feature some sort of stick for you to hold and grasp. I'm going to take my toothbrush and wet the bristles before anything else. So, I have now wet the bristles of my toothbrush, and now I'm going to grab something called toothpaste. Toothpaste comes in all different shapes and sizes, colors, and flavors. I personally use this. Crest is a brand that you may use for toothpaste. Then you can also find that Colgate offers many toothpaste options, but there are all sorts: organic, charcoal, Crest, Colgate. So there are so many options for you to use to scrub your pearly whites, or you're getting towards pearly whites. Now, I've wet my toothbrush. I'm going to use my toothpaste, and I'm going to simply lay it onto the bristles. So watch as I squeeze the toothpaste, and I'm just going to put some onto the toothbrush. Now, you can get a little bit more on there since you probably haven't brushed your teeth in a while, hence why, of course, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to wear your mask. You're going to want to put a lot since you probably haven't been keeping up with your teeth brushing or your oral hygiene for that matter, hence you not wanting to breathe in your stank breath in your mask. I got you. Now, I personally like to put a little more water onto my toothbrush after I've put my toothpaste, and now I'm going to scrub my teeth. So this part is quite easy. I'm going to get full coverage. I'm going to stick the toothbrush in. I'm going to scrub. I use a circular motion after just kind of doing a base kind of scrub. And then I'm going to scrub my tongue because that's an important thing too. And this will brush my teeth. Now I'm going to want to do this. Some people say sing the ABCs twice. There are different methods. Sometimes, if you're lucky, your dentist, this is usually a kid's dentist, so I don't know about the older people who don't usually go to a children's dentist. The children's dentist will gift you with a toothbrushing timer, and you just flip it over while you brush your teeth, and that's the allotted time you should be brushing your teeth for. Anyways, you can look it up and see different things, different methods. I suggest, since you probably haven't been brushing for a while, you get a nice thorough brush. I'm going to brush my teeth using my handy dandy timer starting now. And you're gonna wanna make sure you spit in between if your mouth fills up with too much toothpaste. And done. Now, since you might not have brushed your teeth in a while, you might want to brush a little bit longer than I did, because I've been keeping up with my oral hygiene, which is why I'm able to wear my mask outside. I also want to be considerate, and if I have any sort of sickness or anything that I don't know of, I don't want to spread any germs or make anyone feel uncomfortable while I'm walking outside, in case they're nervous that I may have an unknown case of COVID-19. And in case I'm around anyone in the store who may be an asymptomatic carrier of COVID-19, meaning they don't show any symptoms but still carry the disease, I still wear a mask just to make myself feel more safe. Now, I've shown you how to keep up with good dental hygiene, so now, my breath smells great. It already smelled great before, but I'm pretending that I'm you with stank breath. Because that's why you don't want to wear your mask outside. That's the only logical reason. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone goes through patches of having bad breath. It's something that everyone deals with, something that can unite us. So instead of being embarrassed and scared and making up excuses as to why you don't want to tell people about your stank breath, and also why you can't wear a mask, practice good dental hygiene so that you can put on your mask and save lives. This has been a G Money PSA. Stay safe.
G Money.